Okay, so today's generative AI tool is Case Study Writer AI. This is still in beta. Basically, what this does, it's going to create a case study for your practice group, for your company that consists of a client or customer story. So it's basically going to interview you, has a number of questions, and it's asking you to create some content or provide some content. And then it takes that content and generates a complete case study from start to finish. So you could use this for, case studies to hand out either on your web page or at events. You could use this for client stories to share within your law firm or throughout your legal practice. You could use this basically to tell the story of a project or a group. Say you're an innovation team or a legal operations team, to basically gather insight from a project and have this tool create the story that you can share out in meetings, presentations, or anyone else who you want to communicate your value to. So this is the web page you see here. Once you click start, it opens up a brand new site and it basically interviews you. Now, I've gone through this whole process. It takes some time. You can see the different questions. I did an actual case study on the work that my design agency does for Clock. We created the Leo project with Clock over 3 years ago. And I was like, well, that's a good case study. We haven't told that story yet. So it asks for like specific outcomes to the client and remind you that you use numbers, use percentages. Let's talk specific measurable business impact. So you want to have that information ready before you use this tool. This tool is not going to create your impact or outcome. You should know that already. Then it asks you to break down what the problem was that you were solving. What sort of, how did the client define their problem? What tool or product or service did you use that's unique to you to solve this problem? So on and so forth. Like, what were the steps involved? How did you onboard the client? Is there a key feature? Is there a secret sauce? Did your client have any concerns about you or the methodology or the approach that you had to convince them of or prove before getting started? And then it asks for the benefits as well. And then you can add up to 3 other outcomes. Now, I did this and I was moving really fast and didn't really think about it, didn't really prepare. So this is sort of just top of mind. Once you do this, though, you then go down here, you click submit, and within 5 minutes, you're going to get in your email a complete story. Let's look at what this is. So now don't pay attention to the headline here. This is not true. Unlock the power of Clock, how Bulldog Studio improved efficiency of 25%. It took some liberties there because I, again, was just speaking top of mind about our client. But in Clock, I only said Clock. I gave the website Clock as the story. It went and grabbed all of this information about Clock. We worked with Betsy Roach at Clock last year. It went and found some information on Betsy. It then pulled all of this information. In blue, you can see my specific language. It changed it a little bit, but it sort of created all this the text that you see in black. That is stuff that the tool actually created. It intermixed, it blended my answers. You see it's broken out: solution, results, gave quotes. So it's a really useful tool. It definitely gets you off go. Like any tool right now using generative AI, you have to edit it. You have to edit for accuracy, for context. It does kind of screw those things up. But if you think about any project that you've worked with an internal client or external client on, doing a case study is really challenging. It's really hard. And so I love how this interviews you. Yes, you've got to be prepared for it. So I suggest you go through and look at the questions one time before you try to package this stuff all up. But this definitely gets you at least 80%, if not 90% there on a pretty good case study. So check it out. It is casestudywriter.ai. No affiliation with it. I'm just showing you these tools.